Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Phuket Walk. Hello everybody. Good morning from Phuket, Thailand.
Hello, everybody.
And it seems like all is in working order. Sawadee. Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Phuket Walk, and this is Phuket Alex. We're currently at Saphanhin Park, and we're gonna walk around the park, obviously, but check out the seashores as well. It's a nice Wednesday, hump day morning, and it's pretty early, so I see your new picture as well, profile pic. Vivian Johnson, welcome to the live stream. Madano, welcome Vivian, welcome Hajat, and welcome Megan. Good to see everybody. If I missed anybody, I'll say hi to you shortly. Let's get going. And I assure you, it's a very hot day. I just have to walk to the side a little bit to prove that. I was hiding behind this to do the intro, and we are indeed at Saphanhin. We're gonna start off the trail in the back. There's some buffering there, but we survived it before, so let's go through there, as I'm quite interested to walk through the mangrove path and then make our way to the seashores. Once again, good morning everybody. It's currently 8:45 locally in Phuket, and I mentioned it's a Wednesday if my brain still works, and currently a hump day. I'm trying to get through it. As some of you overseas perhaps is heading towards it, but hopefully this will help a little, as I know Wednesdays are a little bit tougher than others. Not the worst. I don't like Mondays as much. And there's some lovely people getting their early exercise. And loving the new profile pic, Vivian. And sawadee khap to you. And we're gonna enter the path here. I really love, like I said, there might be some buffering, but we'll deal with it. Okay, sorry about that. Switching hands there. As we get the journey started, just want to give a big shout out to my wonderful mods, as many of you are here already. So thank you so much for coming with me on this journey, and of course doing a great job upkeeping the community and giving me great guidance when needed. And me and Sign both appreciate you, as you often do double work for me and Sign's channel. So thank you very much, and hope you'll enjoy the walk today, and we won't get any issues and trouble, of course. Usually it's very relaxing here, and let's keep it that way. Yeah, I like this path because there's plenty of shading. A lot of overgrowth though over top. That might cost a buffering now. Hopefully not. And once again, I am on the DJI Mic 2, just using a regular selfie stick, pretty much handheld, so no gimbal. I do have a fan on in the front, so if you do hear constant fan noise, let me know. Perhaps my Mic 2 has disconnected or something like that. But if all is in working order, you should hear no fan noise, maybe a lot of wind when we approach the seashores. Let me swiftly get out of her way. She's doing a great job upkeeping the area here. And I guess not everybody gets to see some mangrove every day. So let's take a moment and check it out. It's very lively at this time. By the time I come usually, which is around 10ish locally, the crowd has probably left already. Right now, approaching 9 a.m. on the island, there's plenty of people here. It's very lively. Everybody getting their walk and exercise in. And I guess that's what we're doing as well. Hey Peter, good to see you. And Peter says, let me see if I can read it from here. Let's keep it relaxing. After an 8.8 earthquake this morning off of the northeast coast of Russia, sending tsunami waves across the Pacific. Oh no. So yeah, Buddha bless, or God bless the people, and hope it all is calmed down now. But thank you for the news update. It's been quite a month, July. Despite being the rainy season, you guys can see there's no rain today. And we will see some water, but not the rain, but from the ocean. And we're approaching the seashores. Hey, welcome, Juanita. Always great to have you here. I just gave a tribute to my mods earlier, but thank you to you as well, as you're one of my super early mods alongside Modano here. Me and Sign definitely appreciate you as well, so thank you for coming in, and hope you're gonna have a good time. And hope you're having a good day already. Let's continue that. When I came out here, well, before I did, I had the thoughts of sharing a story with everybody. Quite a personal story. Well, nothing crazy. And then I thought about, well, this happened a long time ago. There's a lot of different angles and views of what's occurred. But eventually I realized, hey, it's my story, and everybody can take what they want away from it, and I can just tell the story. But also, I can also say the words allegedly. So you can call BS on me if you want, but this is something that happened a long time ago, in around the years 2000. And welcome, Jair City Explorer. Good to have you here. Hope my nutbot is doing its job. We had a meeting, and I think we sorted out your channel link to the proper source. So for those of you interested, go check out Jair's channel at Jair City Explorer. It's really hot here. One moment, I'm gonna crank up the fan before I head out in the sun. And do tell me if there's too much fan noise or disturbance or bad camera work, and I'll try to adjust. As I was saying, around the year 2000, that's when my family was in quite a bit of trouble. My mom was really sick and in the hospital by this point. And at that time, I had a part-time job, but wasn't really keeping up. And something happened. I went to wash the laundry because, well, we didn't have a working laundry machine. So I went to the laundromat, and you guys might have heard this story from me. And I put my nice jackets, that's kept me warm for years. And we'll check out this spot. There's plenty of sun here, so we'll do a quick one here today, yeah? Because I don't want to stay in the sun for too long, as you guys know. And Sign's been awfully caring, so I'm gonna take her advice. We'll take a glimpse and show you why I want to get out of here. But yeah, so I took all my good clothes and it needed a wash to the coin laundry. Wow, the water is receded. And after finishing the cycle and all, I went to grab a bite. I thought, hey, it's going to be a while. And when I came back, all my jackets were stolen. They left me all the crummy stuff. They left me my socks, and I guess nice enough to leave me some undies. But they took all my nice jeans and, more importantly, my winter jacket. And this was a long time ago, as you guys may notice by the year I stated. So I didn't have a jacket. And of course, I'm pretty retarded and not very smart at the time. So I'm not going to mention where, but I was at a place and I thought, hey, maybe I'm going to steal this jacket. I needed something warm, and whatever reason, I thought that might be an opportunity as a dumb kid. And I tried. Well, what happened was, I didn't realize there was plenty of security there, even when I thought there wasn't. And the security caught me. One of them was really pissed off. But there's another guy, and for lack of a better word, and this is what I remember as a kid, it was just this huge black dude. He was big, he was built, and that's what my memory remember of him. And he walked over and I looked up and I thought, uh-oh, as a teenager, what's gonna happen? I'm in deep crap. And this guy's about, well, I said huge, but he's also about 6'2", way bigger than me at my stature of barely 5'7", sorry. And what he did was he leaned over to my level. I was sitting down. He walked over, looking very scary. And he crouched over and came very close to me and said, hey, you know what? My partner is really mad. So we gotta call the police on you. But listen to me. And I don't know what he was gonna say. I was a little bit obviously out of it and scared. And he said, you don't have to do this. Do what I did. You can apply to the government for a student loan. He said, go to college. He was telling me to go to school. Give me a moment. At the time, I had no idea what he was saying. I couldn't comprehend what was all happening. But years after, or moments after, I thought back. Here I am, committing a crime. And he's trying his best to convince me to go to school. He went through depths of how to do it. He went through reasoning of why. Of course, I didn't take his advice immediately. But eventually I did. Many years later, but that's what brought me here. I decided to take a loan, go to school. And that idea came from that man, that security guard. Now this story continues a little bit, doesn't end there. So of course they called in the cops on me. And the police came. They didn't arrest me. It was a small thing back then, but they did say I have to go to court. I had no idea what's going on. I say, all right. And that was the year 2000. Now, there was an agreement that if I went to court, I have to get a certain amount of hours done. Community service. And if I had done that, that would make up for the mistake at the time. And I agreed to that. And life continued on a few more months. Now the year 2000 wasn't too bad. It passed quite quickly. Court date was nearing. But year 2001 came. And that was quite something to the world, including myself. This is a time of pre-9/11, around March, April. And those times were different. How different? I couldn't go to the United States with a driver's license, cross the border and come back and have a good time with nothing but a good to see ya, hello, and thank you, sir. And I done that myself, it's true. Different times. Let's continue on with the story though. I had to go back to court. But this time, things changed. My mom passed in March 2001. And I forgot all about the community service I was supposed to do. I guess my brain really couldn't comprehend it. You can believe me or not, but I forgot it. But I still remember the notice of the date. So I called in the lady that was with me from Springboard, I remember, that's what it was called. At the old courthouse. Well, it used to be Old City Hall, I believe, that courthouse. Just right next to Eaton Center. And I told her what happened, and she said, you know what, you come in first. I'm really busy right now. I said, well, I didn't get those things done. This is what happened. And I didn't know what to expect. But she said, you just come in first. And I did that. I showed up on the court date and went to her office. Now, allegedly this happened, okay, guys? When I got there, I walked in with the piece of paper, whatever that thing is called, in hand, and she looked at it and she's like, where are your hours? I said, well, I don't have them. Thank you, Peter. One moment, let me find a spot where I can hide from the sun a little bit and give you a proper thank you. And Peter says, 2000 close Odyssey. Thank you, Peter. Kakumanaka for your 199 super chat support. Yeah, those were tough times, but I will continue the 2000 close Odyssey now that the story's got a title. we'll carry on with the story as well, but thank you so much for your support, Peter. Kakumanaka. And hopefully everybody's hearing me okay, or else I would have been just talking to myself the whole time, wouldn't I? Thank you, Yahir. Yeah, thank you for understanding. No, it's not easy for anyone. Especially I was much younger. 18 going to 19, I believe, around that time. Hey, I guess some of you could argue I was adult. That's my dad's argument, and he left. Cool. Legally correct. And legally right, I guess. But back to my story. So I was telling this lady, I don't have all those things. And then she looked up, and she looked a little bit pissed off, and she's like, what? What do you mean? It's your court day today. And then I was a little bit scared and I said, I was the one that called in earlier. And I can see her eyes from the front of her eyes, like the driver in the front seat. I can see inside her eyes, everything just focused backwards. Like I saw a different person. And she was very compassionate. Not going into too much detail, she went to the judge and said what she needed to say, allegedly. And she came out and said, "You can go. Take care." Getting a little bit emotional. 1 second. For the first time, did I know why I belong. And I felt what Toronto was. And that's the sense of community I'm talking about. In a city of how many people? How many different cultures, ethnic backgrounds, beliefs. She saw me as one. A kid that needed some help. I would put my head on screen if I wasn't a bit emotional right now, but I just want to sincerely thank her. Life would have been a lot harder with a criminal record, especially at my age and my situation and circumstance. And she really helped, because I just carried on from that incident and graduated from high school and went on a job. And of course, the first job I took was at a okay company, Honda, and they went to do a criminal background check. Well, I didn't have any. I didn't have any issues. But I could have. So a huge thank you to my wonderful angel. There's a lot more things in my life that's occurred in Toronto that makes me understand what community is. And I'm not gonna go into the nitty-gritty of is it real, BS, so on and so forth, or what happened was right or wrong. I don't know. A sweet, special spot, obviously. I see my microphone not working for a second there. Let me make sure it's working first. Okay. Thank you, Megan. As I was saying, for all you angels out there, thank you so much. Kakumak nakap. That deed that day saved my life. It carried me far. I was able to walk on from that spot. And it meant a lot in extremely troubled times. So, bless you. You're an angel. Wherever you are, whoever you are. I think they're having a big event here. I know the seashore is over there, but I gotta shy away from it now. The sun is mighty mean. But there's nice music in the background. Very jazzy. Ah, maybe we have a festival or market to check out later on. But we can come back to the waters a little bit. Let's check out the rest of the park first. There's no really path or agenda today. And of course, I've grown a lot and learned a lot from those and many experiences. Very different person nowadays compared to my teenage self. But anyways, that's the 2000 Close Odyssey. Hey, hi, Saudi Cup. Hey, we have the amazing Papa here from Papa's House Coffee. Are you in this event as well?
Yes.
There we are. There's the logo.
Okay.
Representing.
Welcome to Phuket Harmony SME Festival.
Oh, is it tonight?
Zone C. Zone C is about coffee.
Oh, okay.
Also, we have the A and B zone over there.
How long is the festival for?
For 5 days.
5 days.
From today till 3rd of August.
Okay, and you're gonna be here?
Yeah, we're gonna be here. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a walk by or something later.
Yeah,
Okay, cheers.
Have a good day.
Good to see you. See you. Hey, there's our first friendly hello, and what a big one from the amazing Papa. And you guys all know who he is, right? From Papa's House Coffee. We had some great coffee there before my new drink now of coconut juice, but seeing Papa might reignite that love. But it's very busy here. They look like they're setting up for an event, like he said. And it seems like there's different sections. So this is the coffee section. I see Bon Cafe there from a distance, and they're a big company. And wow, so everybody that sells coffee, I think, is in town. Isn't this the way to introduce myself back into the caffeine world? Okay, let's change the mood a bit, but that was my story, and I definitely felt very different about everything and felt a closeness to Toronto from that point on. Obviously, I grew up there, went to school there, spent many years there. But there's many events and, of course, great people. And it's people that makes up a community and a city, isn't it? They're just setting up right now at the event. I think quite early to have an event actually. But he did say it's for a few days. I'll go home and check it out. Maybe we'll just do a live stream when the event is all filled up. Everyone is there. And Jahir says, thanks for sharing that story with us. Oh, no worries. Just blabbing away. Nothing I'm proud of in terms of what happened anyways. And I usually don't tell that story at all. And here I am on a live stream sharing it. But hey, it is what it is. It's part of me. And it really helped me grow. I think there was a couple of angels in that story. First, a security guard that gave me great advice and was not scolding me for what was happening, but instead trying his best to persuade me to go to school, change your path. And then furthermore, the lady that helped me out a little bit. And of course, I wasn't having the worst year that year. God bless the world and Buddha bless the world. Oh, and may all gods bless the world. And as we're at a Chinese temple, Bunyam bless the world. Because that year, as you guys know, 2001, later on in September is when 9/11 happened. So that was a bad year for myself and the rest of the world. I just made a quick prayer of good health, happiness, and my usual peace. And thank you, Peter, for the song suggestion. And Megan says, good event for coffee. Everybody needs coffee in the morning. I know, I haven't had one, and here I am telling crazy stories. And Peter says, song suggestion, The Beatles, In My Life. That may express how you felt. I have an interesting high school story about a cult myself where I have more musicals or music suggestions. Everybody has a jacket story apparently. Kunyam alongside the 8 Immortals. Stories like what I told perhaps is harder to find nowadays. It's a whole new world, isn't it? I remember in high school, one of my English teachers, I went to class one day and he was all freaked out and he said, you guys are not ready. Everything is about to change. All that you know may not be the same very quickly. And at the time he was screaming about globalization. and saying the world is getting smaller and we should be prepared. What a great teacher I had in high school. It was a great school where I went to. Full of teachers that cared. I guess maybe not movie worthy, but an original one from the 416. I guess you just, well, it's kind of like a little bit like golf, yeah, and there's a path. When it comes my way, I better get out of the way. Oh. Yeah, Megan says it's refreshing to hear stories about people who care and try to help other people. Oh yeah. And that's what I felt a lot in growing up in Canada. I'm not saying break the rules, and rules are not important. But I often have experiences where people's humanity and compassion often came to aid rules when needed. Let's check out some boats. And Juanita says peaceful. Yeah, I just wanted a peaceful walk with everybody. Let's chill out a little bit. You guys know I'm not exactly up to par for adventure in action yet. But I figure I can still take everyone out for a relaxing walk and just avoid the sun a little bit. But I do want to get my steps in. I've been a little bit unhealthy. I'm not eating the most healthy foods, or just too much carbs, I guess. Today, a different type of boat, not exactly a yacht or anything. I'm sure it does fine in the waters. And that's my view for today. This little channel or river or creek here, this runs along the side of this path. Hey Steven, good to see ya. Rampret. We're just having a relaxing walk early morning at Saphanhin today. It's still mighty hot, forecasted at what I saw when I came out, 29 degrees, but it feels more like 33, 35-ish. It's a safe bet. What did I press? I might have pressed something by mistake on screen. I'm not sure what I did though. Hopefully it didn't make a difference. Let's check out some boats. This channel actually reminds me. Hey Paul, can't stay for long. Just wanted to say hi, good morning. Hey, cheers Paul. Good to see you, bye. Let's get a better backdrop. Hey, good morning, Paul. Thank you so much, man. Kakumanaka for the $6.99 super chat. I definitely appreciate it. And hey, hope you can enjoy the stream on the replay if you can't stay. But I was just saying, hey, this kind of channel here reminded me when I was in the East Coast, walking by some of the places and checking out the boats by the seashore there as well. But good to see you, bye, as always, and hope you have a good one. Kakumanaka. And as we often call each other, me and Paul Blunt, Caper Bro. Well, he calls me that anyways. And cheers, Paul, and hope you get a chance to watch some of that membership content. I'm still looking for time, and I have like a day left to get our July members video up. So you guys all know what I'm doing, I guess, today and tomorrow. But yeah, that'll be up soon enough, and I'll be sure to have something good for everybody. But cheers to Paul and also Peter today. We're gonna check out the rest of the park. And like I said, just have a relaxing one. It's 9:30 almost locally and very early. The island is sleepy, I guess. Well, they're early birds, but mostly people wake up around 10:30. And you know what? Since we have this nice backdrop, let's pull a banner. And I hoped you liked the banner for you, Peter. If you didn't get a chance to see it, I have it up on the community post. I realized the thumbnails are harder to see, so instead I might post those pictures on the community post. So you don't want to take the wrong step either, or you might be just inside the water. But I'm sure we can avoid that, hopefully. And Peter says, Alex, when I was a senior in high school back in 1981 in my hometown in Florida, I used the same dry cleaners as Kevin Conan from REO Speedwagon when he visited his grandparents. More shortly. I guess we have to continue that story in a little bit. But while we're waiting for Peter, and sorry about my bad reading, there's a lot of glare here. I'm gonna hold that banner for Paul. This is very interesting. Okay, see if I can get that working. And just in time, Derek, to check out some celebrations for Paul. Thank you for dropping by, Paul, and giving that amazing support. I'll be utilizing that to buy me and my wife a nice drink today. It's nice and hot. But before we do that later on, thank you so much. Here's some celebrations for you. And this is kind of how we do it here. Here's fireworks, and we have that all year long. Thanks to your amazing support, I definitely appreciate it. And I guess the super chat goal is a bit higher than usual, but hey, no worries. I think still a victory, and we'll see if we hit it. But to me, that's awesome enough. Thank you so much, Paul Blunt. I know you're busy, but hey, still taking the time to say hello. Cheers to you, Paul. We're gonna make our way back to the path and then continue around the park. And then Peter continues with the story. So anyway, the dry cleaner tried to give me Kevin Cronin's coat, but I was honest and said it wasn't mine. And sure enough, honesty was not only appreciated by Mom. Cronin invited me to free concert. Oh, that's awesome. And I think Megan's got it. Good karma at its finest. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if I brought any good to those people that helped me, but I myself surely benefited and had great karma thanks to their deeds and compassion. As we often say, not all heroes wear capes. Once again, thank you, bye. Cheers to you, Paul. Hey Trojan, welcome to Saphanhin. We're just roaming around the park, and here's some mural. I remember Megan likes murals. You can check it out. This is a huge one, you really can't miss it. Thank you, Megan. I did take their advice. And of course, I learned that there's no need to do those acts. It's much easier to just work hard. And there's nothing wrong with working hard. Let me get us back on the Y angle so we can see it better. Yeah, I'll listen to the song High Infidelity. I'll check it out tonight. I'm always up for new songs. I'm glad you're enjoying it too, Trojan. But yeah, as I was saying, and replying to Megan, just have to work hard. And I learned that working hard isn't the worst thing in life. It's no big deal. It's not like I had better things to do at the time. And you're right, Megan. Thanks to them, my whole life turned out differently. I didn't mention when I needed a way, I remember what the security guard dude said. What he urged me to do many years ago rang a bell. And I went back to school. And intruder alert, Captain. Thank you so much, bro. One moment, my screen is playing tricks on me, but hello, Don. Definitely another hot day. And it's not looking like it's gonna get any cooler. Very sunny today, checking out the seashores. And I think we'll find us a nice backdrop back at the seashores in a bit. Or even here is not too bad. Hey, intruder alert, Captain Don. Kakumanakaw. Welcome to Saphanhin. Definitely another hot day, but today I'm doing much better. The sun isn't killing me and I'm feeling great. I did have a very nice ride here, but I regret I didn't film it. I was just more worried that I might overheat in the sun again, so I want to make sure for a second time. But you know what? On the way back, I might film it because it was such a wonderful ride. But hey, all in all, I'll be back on the bike doing the live stream soon enough. But we're not on a bike or anything, but born to be wild. Cheers, bro. And I'm gonna get going because I just disturbed their peace, I think. But thank you for the amazing support, Don. We'll be back in the sun in a bit. And I can show you exactly where the sun is hiding. Not really hiding anymore, is it? But also, Don, thank you so much, Intruder Alert Captain, for reaching our super chat goals. So we're gonna do a loop around. And then we'll get the banners up. And I did start the walk a bit early today, so hope everybody can stay a little bit longer so I can explore the park with everyone before needing to go to sleep, especially my viewers overseas, obviously. And it wouldn't be a problem for you if you're on my side of the world. You're just enjoying the sun and morning as I am. So hope you're doing that and enjoying the walk. Megan says, oh my god, I just noticed the new emoji. I sing that everywhere. It looks like, Don, I'm singing that everywhere too. And here I am in Saphanhin Park, Phuket, Thailand, just screaming it out in broad daylight. I think everybody didn't mind. They might be into it as well, yeah. And here's the exercise machines. Some of you might be interested. You know what? No, we'll walk in. Check out these exercise machines. They blocked this part off. I think they newly added this in for safety. But before it was wide open. You can just walk in there like that. But hey, safety first. I guess I'll get off the road then. Maybe they're changing their ways. I guess they just left that there. Hello, Jan. Good to see you. We're at Saphanhin Seashore, a more local area, but this is a local park, I would say. I've seen some expats that's come here, but definitely never a tour or anything. Sorry, the kid in me took over. I felt like I had to go on those things and walk around. I don't know. I guess I'm still young at heart. How do you even use this? Maybe it's more like a massage machine. I imagine it'll make a good back scratcher. And Jan says, still in Patong? Oh, then you're having some sunshine as well, hopefully. It's nice and hot right now. 30 degrees, I think. If it isn't forecasted at that, which should be, but definitely feels above that. I felt a little bit like 35 degrees when I was out in the open sun, so do stay out of the sun and the heat. Stay hydrated. And of course, hope Patong's treating you well, and overall Phuket has been kind to you, Jan. And I did mention to many viewers and in many episodes, there's plenty of sun to enjoy despite being the rainy season, at least still as of now. As you can see, sun is out for us. And since we have intruder alert captain here, we'll go into the Thai Navy Museum and check out some of the setups there. The whole area and property is kind of shaped in a boat. And we'll check that out in a bit. I'm just gonna go back to the seashore and get a nice backdrop. You know what? I think we can get one at the museum. I like it there. Switch it up, yeah. Yeah, they're building some fencing, and oh, this is gonna change the geography of the place. Maybe a little bit extreme, but I think they're gonna fence this in and you can't walk by anymore. Yeah, not a lot of rain this month. I mean, we had some passing rain, but very kind for rainy season, eh? And I think you picked a good time to visit. If you enjoy the sun and don't mind a little bit of passing rain, it's definitely awesome. I think more sun than rain, if that. Very hot, but enjoyable as long as you stay hydrated. And I mean, most of the time people do come to Thailand for the sun and do expect the heat, yeah. That comes with that. Sorry if I miss any chats. The glare is incredible here, but not doing me any good. And Vivian says, love the mural. Yeah. Sorry I missed that, Vivian. And Vivian's like, I'm trying to fall asleep here, and here you are calling my name, waking me up and stuff. Well, we often say hi to you on the replay sometimes when you sleep a bit. Well, when I start the streams a bit later. So even when you're sleeping, we often try to bother you, Vivian, and say hello. And this is what I was talking about. And the property itself is in the formation and shape of a boat. It's a pretty cool, neat place. We'll go in and check it out. Let me just find a better angle, but also keeping myself out of the sun if possible. I like the elephants there with the sailors. Did you see a Triumph? Maybe. There's a few of those on the island. I'm pretty sure I saw a few. If you're talking about motorbikes, that is. And Vivian says, do you have elephants there? We do have elephants in Phuket, but just not around, well, close to town, obviously. If you're interested, well, me and Sign can make a driving trip and perhaps visit some if you want to see it. I have visited some when I was riding around the island, and sometimes they have baby elephants just kind of chilling around different areas, and you can go and pet them. But I don't know, over the years, it just doesn't look very friendly to me. That's all I'm gonna say, you know. Some of the places, so I haven't visited since then. But we can do some research and look at some places to check out some elephants. We do have elephants in Phuket, but of course most of the time they're more up north. But we do have some here on the island. In terms of places you can visit and find them. Vivian says, I only seen monkeys. Yeah, the one we saw at Kaurang Hill, plenty there. And myself, when I put my big head on camera, and of course the monkey that I ride. So, and also Sign is born in the year of the monkey, so here, there's plenty of monkeys around. And I'm here to pull the banner up. One moment. And the app is giving me mighty problems for doing so, because it's now a paid app. So if you guys see any new add-on clips or something, that's from Prism, not me. And here's Don. Yeah, that's a nice banner. And thank you, Don, for reaching our super chat goals. Definitely appreciate it. You guys know I was doing so well in terms of the channel and streaming, and I was on a roll in the month of July and having fun with everybody, and eventually hit that heat stroke that day. I apologize. I gotta take care of myself, or else how's everybody gonna come out and have a good time, especially in the late hours for my homies overseas. So I will take better care of myself. But thank you so much, Don, for your wonderful support today and hitting our super chat goals. Definitely a victory. And of course earlier Paul as well, and also Peter, for being awesome. And here's some fireworks just for you. Intruder alert, Captain. And I think this is a nice background. I really enjoy, as we often tour boats and yachts together, and Don's like, hey, all aboard, I want to take us on a tour on that one. But all in all, hey, thank you so much, Don, for being awesome, and of course helping me and Sign out. And I think he was pretty popular yesterday, Carlton, and everybody enjoyed him. Let's get him back. And I guess we can get a few more people in for the celebration. And Don says, "Oh no, where's Flick? Yeah, Flick should be here for this moment. Hey, sorry, I put Carlton to the sky there. Here we are, back on Earth. But hey, hope you enjoy this. Intruder alert, Captain Don. I almost called you Flick. But hope you enjoy this as I'm gonna get this off the screen. But I'm loving it, and we're gonna go in the museum and check it out. Yeah. Oh, no worries, Don. Thank you. We don't have any real ones, Vivian, but hey, this little guy is pretty cute here. I guess this will do for now, yeah? Let me get our angles back. And also, thank you, Jan, for joining us. Despite the fact you're already on the island enjoying Phuket and Patong, why not come with us on these journeys and see other parts as well? Perhaps you'll get to see somewhere you want to visit and check it out yourself. But I'm sure you're probably having a good time there in Patong as well. Looks like the display is fairly new. It says no shoes. We'll just take a peek from here, I think. I'm not sure if it's open yet. It's still got some wrapping around that glass. And there's some information, but it's in Thai, but that shouldn't be a problem, I guess, if you use some app to just kind of translate it on spot. They seem to be streamer friendly. The gentleman just gave me a smile. And that's the room where you go in and pay some respect. I'm just gonna stay at the door here actually. But more elephants as the core anyways. Despite the glare, hello Brad, I can see you. Good to have you here. We're currently checking out the Royal Navy Museum down by Saphanhin, Phuket, Thailand. And Saphanhin is a park by the seashore. Slightly more local vibe area and less touristy. And here's some pretty flowers. So hello Chatty Cathy on the replay, and also to Vernon as well. I might end the episode a little bit earlier today since I started a bit late. So hello to Vernon on the replay. Also Lee, and as well as Aubrey, as they like to join us a little bit later. Sometimes Aubrey can make it, but in terms of time zone and timeline, I might end it a bit early for them. But good to have you here, Brad. And a happy Tuesday to you, as I'm trying to get through my hump day, and it's been really nice. Oh, let me get to the front of the building, then you guys can see what I mean by the structure of the property. And then what we're gonna do is take a victory lap back through the path that I took earlier, and then we'll end up back in the seashore area. Check out the seashore a little bit before I wrap things up. So we'll go back to the ocean and we'll get to see it again. But right now I just want to get to the front of the property to show everyone, including Don of course, captain of this boat, of the Intruder. And this is what I was talking about. They even got the anchor ready. Look at that. And that's the front of the property we were just visiting. Yeah. And that's where the front is. You would walk front of the street and you would walk through along the path and then eventually hit the entrance where we were. I kind of did it backwards a bit, but it's all right. We still kind of see it in its full glory. Now let me get across the street here and then I'll be able to loop us inside again and check out the ocean. But I always like this path, so the mangrove path. We'll take our victory lap here. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Don. I like the design. I thought it was pretty cool the first time I saw it. And here we are. And I guess for this time around, this would be the beginning of the end. For this episode anyways. But let's take our victory lap where we started. I just like this place. It's very peaceful here. And I'm gonna spend a little bit more time at that bridge there, or not bridge, that little dock there. Because we didn't get to see it earlier. I was trying to more so tell a story. So right now I can probably take the sun a little bit and we get to enjoy the views there. Hopefully there's not a lot of buffering. It does happen here. I just want everybody to kind of enjoy this part. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate you as well, and glad you're enjoying some of the nature here. I mean, mangroves are a little bit unique to this part of the world, so different types of nature indeed. And this will be filled with water as well, depending on the conditions. But today I think the water has receded quite a bit back into the ocean. And for those of you who missed it, feel free to check out on the earlier part of the stream on the replay. I came out to, well, I wasn't sure if I was going to share a story, but I kind of shared a story of everybody that I'm not so proud of, but it definitely changed my life. a lot, and the story includes a little bit of, well, a lot of good people, a couple of angels from my hometown that I don't even know their names and who they are, but in the story I did mention them, and I'm sincerely thankful that they did what they did, because those moments really impacted and changed my life and projection, and I saw the world very differently after and since the time of that experience. And like I said, I'm very different from my teenage self, and it's thanks to those wonderful people. It looks like they have a nice event and festival happening, but when we were walking in and walking by, it seems like they're just setting up. So maybe it might be more vibrant in the evening. I'll look into it and perhaps bring everybody back to the event, which had the coffee zone. It looked like it included all the coffee houses and coffee shops of Phuket. Well, those who can or is interested in the event anyways. It looked pretty fun. That's what I meant. And perhaps we'll come back for a live stream. And in the meantime, since I'm just making my way to the waters a little bit, feel free to check out a driving stream from one of my favorite channels, Johnny Strides. And as Johnny always does, amazing 4K streams, his driving stream was definitely fun and enjoyable as he made his way to Niagara. So feel free to check out Johnny Strides' channel and enjoy that amazing content there. And if you don't like Johnny Strides, that's okay. I have one more channel for you that's way better than Johnny's channel. You heard me. The only channel I call better than Johnny's. So if you're interested to see what I'm talking about, go check out the link I'm about to pull now. Johnny Stumbles. The only channel better than Johnny Strides. And he had a live stream like he usually does every week. And a recent one is already there for you to check out on the replay. And stay tuned for the next one. It's usually, well, for us over here, Monday mornings, but for those overseas, it should be Sunday evenings. It's always a good time on Johnny Stumbles as well. And remember, don't just go there and sit there. Remember to hit that subscribe button, especially at Johnny Stumbles, and like it as well. And I say especially because I like Johnny Stumbles. Haha. And Brad says, Johnny the Legend. As Brad enjoys Johnny Strides and Stumbles, and Trojan's like, hey, Johnny Stumbles. This is what I was talking about. I was here earlier, but I didn't know how much of the sun I can take, but I'll take a few more minutes for everybody. I like this view. I'll try to go closer to the ocean. We didn't get to really check it out. I started to walk quite away from it, so I'll take the heat a little bit now. And why shouldn't we check out the Saphanhin seashores in a closer view? We're already here. And Peter says, I'm going to follow Brad's lead and go to bed soon. Thank you, Brad. Thank you for staying up and braving the night to come join us. I appreciate you. And cheers to you as well, Peter. I think Brad might be still here for a little bit. But both of you do feel free to fall asleep and lurk. No worries. I do say some of my content and service do provide the relief of insomnia. Either it's Phuket Island and the vibes that provides you that you enjoy, or my annoying voice. I'm just glad you guys are enjoying the walk and having a good one yourselves. And thank you very much today. I came out not even sure if I was going to tell a pretty much shameful story, but definitely not a proud one I tell everybody. But I shared it because I felt, despite the fact that I probably never meet those people, and I don't know who they are, but I want to say a thank you. They deserve one. And it seems like I have a small platform where I can say a thank you and leave it here. And who knows, if fate allows, those people might see it and receive that thank you. It's a small world after all, isn't it? Thank you, Brad. Yeah, I'm loving the views here too, man. It's really nice. I'm gonna do a zoom in, speaking of. Oops. Uh, Something is not right here. There it is. Let's see if I can get that into focus. That's a different type of boat. We're usually looking at yachts. That looks like a transport boat of some sort. Definitely very calm and peaceful here. And thank you, Vivian. As Vivian says, it was not a shameful story. It was a story of a past life to a different guy. Yeah, I have moved on, for sure. But just wanted to say thank you to those wonderful angels. Yeah, here City Explorer says very beautiful, thank you. Yeah, it's nice here. I don't even want to say anything to ruin it. And here's Roma sign disturbing the peace. Pasawadika to you. Welcome to Saphanhin. A very hot morning, but we're making the most of it and enjoying the sun. It's currently 10:15 now locally, and this must be, or if not the earliest, one of my earliest streams or earlier streams. But that's good, I guess. It gives everybody a chance overseas to enjoy this and not having to, of course, brave the night too much. But I do apologize to some of my viewers who's on a different timeline, and hope you're enjoying this on the replay. And I always told everybody why I love Toronto, and well, I always told everybody I did love Toronto, and I guess that story I told earlier is why. I'm biting on my tongue already. But nowadays I can blame that to lack of coffee. I haven't had a coffee for a week plus now. And let's see how long that goes. Vivian says, you almost sound homesick. Well, I have been away for 11 or 12 years. So I do miss Toronto, if that's what you mean. But very often I do preach or say that home is often who you're with and not where you are. Phuket is home, but I still remember where I came from. A lot of my friends, super close ones, my dearest friends, brothers and sisters, a lot of them have moved away from Toronto, unfortunately. Some of them in different parts of the world, Korea, the UK, you name it. I do have just a few left in Toronto that are really dear to me, and just that alone is great reason to visit. But I also mentioned I do want to bring sign one day and perhaps walk some of the paths I have taken. But more importantly so, visit my mom who's buried in Oakville. And over the years I've just gotten some of my close people to bring her some flowers. So homesick, maybe. But more so I miss my mom. And it'll be really nice to bring sign and be able to set some flowers down for her. Let's get a closer look again. And I promise everybody I will remove those and that prism watermark and all those stuff. But I think the only way to do it now, since they updated the app and forced everybody to pay premium in order to remove some of those things, I guess I have to maybe pay some money to Prism in order to have better visuals and not have that banner there. But we'll deal with it for now. And that festival, we will come back and visit. As I told everybody, it's a 5-day festival, so we have plenty of time, me and Sign, to set up and bring everyone along and check that out. I'm gonna walk to my favorite spot. Jahir says you could do it in the setting, can't you? You could before, but since the recent update, I believe it was just today or yesterday, Prism is now a paid app, at least in my location. Maybe it's a bit different overseas, but Prism now requires you to subscribe to a monthly premium before you can remove some of that watermark now. And also utilize some of their features. Like before, they'll allow more than 2 banners or graphics that you can have up on screen, and now Prism has restricted to you can only have 2, and if you want to add any more, you got to remove one or the other. So that's why today I was taking a little bit longer to set up some of the banners and all that good stuff. And then Vivian says, Alex, you need to come for a visit in the middle of the hard winter, then you know where you are happier. Oh, Vivian, I still remember old man winter quite well. How can you not? I still remember many mornings waking up to no sun and only old man winter saying hello. And I did walk alongside him every winter at Canada Post, despite what the weather was. But yeah, that would be exciting, and it would be a good reminder for sure to say, hey, you know what? Stop complaining. I'm not complaining, guys. You guys know how much I love bringing you guys alongside me on these walks around Phuket Island. I get a chance to promote what I call home. And this is me now. This is what I enjoy and what I love. And I just wish I can keep doing this every day of my life. But every now and then, it's always important to remember your roots and where you came from. Jair says, it would be great to see your memories of Toronto. Yeah. If I ever show up, I'll bring everybody down memory lane. No worries. As Johnny often does on his walks. And we are reaching our victory lap now. And I'd like to give a huge shout out to Epic Nation HD for just being awesome all the time. So go over and check out Liam's channel, as he often have chill streams at night. He's playing some games, just relaxing. So feel free to join him on that. As I often do, I lurk and edit videos and just chill there. So here we are, Liam, Epic Nation HD, and I am biting on my tongue a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. I probably need a drink or something. But also, hey, Canadian Vasily, who's also had a epic stream. And I say epic because that stream was 9 hours. I know it reads about 8 hours and 15 minutes. Give him a break. That's 9 hours. And it was a long stream. And I think he had a very good viewership on it. So hey, continue that growth on that viewership. Join in all the fun and see what the excitement is all about on his Toronto Saturday walk stream. And the name sounds a bit simple, but he walked around for 9 hours, like I said. So go over and check out CV's channel at Canadian Vasily, which is also known as Destination Travels, and the link should be right there for you in the chat. And since we can't really make it to the late night entertainment in terms of very late, at least for those overseas, and Boom Production, and of course Moments of Muzzy. So I'm gonna pull Boom's channel up. You guys can go over and check out Boom's channel. He always has amazing content up, including 4K videos and live streams. And of course you get to have some wine with Boom and Muzzy when they do their wine with Muzzy. It's always a great chilling and relaxing vibe, and whenever I can, I try my best to make it and of course absorb and enjoy that. So go over to Boom Productions alongside Moments of Muzzy and check out that great content. Subscribe and enjoy and like it. And thank you, Derek. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy some of the walk around here. We're just doing some of the victory lap now and wrapping things up. But I appreciate you, and you have a good one. Alright everyone, I came out to, not even sure if I will share a story, but eventually I thought, hey, you know what, man, I'm just sharing what really happened in my life, whatever. And I'm glad you guys was able to endure that. Hopefully everyone took something good out of it. I did share it for good intentions, and also, if possible, giving a thank you to those two wonderful people that's helped me, and I would say carry me very far into my life as one deed and act of kindness and compassion. I was allowed to continue my life despite already enduring a lot of difficulties at that moment. And of course, great advice from a person who was more interested in my welfare than getting me in trouble, and said, hey, go to college, go to school. You don't have to do any of this craziness and stupid stuff. And I did learn from that lesson, and like some of you mentioned, I didn't mend and change myself and conducted myself very differently. I learned to work hard and realize it will get me some places if I do that. Thank you, everybody. I think we had a good walk around Saphanhin. I hope you enjoyed the lovely atmosphere around the Saphanhin Park in this local vibe area. I had a great time. Hope you guys didn't find my story too boring, but if you guys didn't like that, it's alright. It's nothing I'm proud of, but hope you enjoy some of the local vibes here. And of course, Saphanhin Seashores provided some relief to some of your stressful day. Hello Diva, good to see ya. We're just signing off, and I need to say hello to Emerald as well. And that's Emerald City. Sorry I missed you in the chat last time, especially on the goodbyes. I saw you say goodbye at the very end there. So thank you so much for tuning in, Emerald, whether you're watching in the replay or just lurking. And welcome as well, Diva. We're about to sign off, so sorry about that, but hey, hope you can enjoy the storytelling and some of the walks here. It's a nice and sunny day, as John suggested, even in Patong and all over the island, I suspect, and it's very enjoyable for a walk. I had a great one. I was not burnt out and enjoyed myself quite a bit. But before I sign off and get the rest of my day going, as you guys know, I still need to get that members video up. I'd like to give a very important shout out to everybody. Oh, no worries, Diva, you're not late. No worries. And first, I'd like to give a big thank you to Peter. Cheers to you for giving me the title to my story, The 2000 Clothes Odyssey, and also sharing your story with us as well. And hope you're having a great night, Peter. And also Paul Blunt. He couldn't even stay long, but hey, he just wanted to say hi. So thank you so much for that super chat support. I appreciate you. Thank you, bye. As I often call him, and he calls me Caper Bro. As you guys know, I went to university down by Cape Breton in Sydney, Nova Scotia. The great East Coast, I call it. And I had a great time there. I often say great people. And I also said great people for Toronto, and some of you today might know why from that story I shared. And also thank you so much, Don, Intruder Alert Captain, for hitting our super chat goals. It was definitely a very hot, sunny day, but it turned very warm in terms of a warmful and heartful conversation we had. And I had a great time, and I hope you guys did as well. Hey, cheers everybody. I don't know what everybody can take away from my story, but I guess there's different things to take away. But for me, I definitely felt a sense of community during those moments, and years to come, of course. I mean, what makes a place great? I think it's the people there, isn't it? And everybody will have different experiences and encounters, but I didn't mention sometimes it is also what you make of it. But all in all, I have a lot of love for Phuket, as you guys know, but I definitely love Toronto as well. So hey, if anything, I'll catch you guys sooner than later, because I'm your Phuket Walker Alex. Saudi Cup, Saudi Ka, and I will catch you later. And just like what sign said, please do have a great day and night, everyone. I appreciate everybody that joined in today, and of course endure my boring story. Hope you guys have a great one, the rest of your day, or you have a good night. And do stay for the outro music, as it gives a very important updated shout out to all my members. Yes, I have updated it. Hopefully it's correct. But all in all, I appreciate all my members. Thank you to each and every one of you. Me and Sign definitely need and appreciate all your support. Until next time, do take care, and we're off.